Welcome to Star Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of Hollywood's most beloved stars. I'm your host, Casey Gold, and today we're shining the spotlight on the incomparable Gene Wilder. With a career spanning over 4 decades, Gene Wilder has left an indelible mark on the world of comedy, bringing joy and laughter to millions with his unique blend of wit, charm, and irreverence. As we explore the early life of Gene Wilder, we find ourselves in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where he was born Jerome Silberman on June 11, 1933. His father, William Silberman, was a Russian immigrant who worked as a salesman, while his mother, Jeanne-Bert Silberman, was a homemaker. The family lived in a cozy home on the west side of Milwaukee, surrounded by the vibrant sounds and smells of the city's bustling streets. Gene's childhood was marked by a close relationship with his mother, who encouraged his creative pursuits from an early age. He spent hours playing with his sister, Judith, and exploring the neighborhood, developing a keen sense of observation and curiosity about the world around him. The family's Jewish heritage also played a significant role in shaping Gene's identity and values, with his parents instilling in him a strong sense of tradition and community. As we delve deeper into Gene's early years, we find ourselves in the midst of World War II, a time of great uncertainty and upheaval for the Silberman family. Gene's father served in the military, and the family had to cope with the challenges of rationing, air raid drills, and the loss of loved ones. Despite these difficulties, Gene's parents encouraged his love of learning, providing him with books, puzzles, and games that stimulated his imagination and creativity. Gene's education was a critical factor in his development as an artist. He attended Washington High School in Milwaukee, where he excelled in English and drama, and began to develop his skills as a writer and performer. His teachers encouraged his creative pursuits, recognizing the unique talent and dedication that Gene brought to his work. After graduating from high school in 1951, Gene went on to attend the University of Iowa, where he studied communication and theater arts. It was during this period that Gene began to explore his love of writing, penning short stories and plays that showcased his unique perspective and sense of humor. He also became fascinated with the works of playwright Thornton Wilder, whose innovative use of language and form inspired Gene to adopt the stage name Wilder in 1955. This decision marked a significant turning point in Gene's career as he began to forge his own path as a writer and performer. As we continue our journey through Gene's early life, we find ourselves in New York City, where he transferred to the HB Studio in 1955 to study under the renowned acting coach, Herbert Berghoff. The HB Studio provided Gene with a fertile ground for experimentation and growth as he worked alongside other talented young actors, including a young Robert De Niro. It was here that Gene honed his craft, developing the skills and confidence that would serve him well in his future career. Gene's breakout role came in 1968 with the iconic film The Producers, directed by Mel Brooks. The movie's outrageous humor and clever writing showcased Gene's unique talent for playing both straight man and comedic foil. His portrayal of Leo Bloom, the neurotic accountant, earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor and marked the beginning of a long-standing collaboration with Mel Brooks. The success of The Producers led to a string of iconic films that solidified Gene's position as a leading comedic actor. In 1971, he starred in Willy, Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, a beloved adaptation of Roald Dahl's classic children's book Dutch. Gene's performance as the eccentric and enigmatic Willy Wonka is widely regarded as one of the most memorable in cinema history. His ability to convey a sense of wonder, curiosity, and subtle menace made the character an instant icon. Gene's collaboration with Mel Brooks continued with the 1974 film Blazing Saddles, a Western spoof that pushed the boundaries of comedy and social commentary. Gene played Jim, also known as the Waco Kid, a gunslinger with a penchant for drinking and a heart of gold. The film's outrageous humor, clever writing, and stellar cast made it an instant classic. Throughout his career, Gene Wilder demonstrated a remarkable ability to balance humor with pathos, often incorporating elements of drama and social commentary into his work. His 1974 film, Young Frankenstein, is a prime example, as it pokes fun at the horror genre while also exploring themes of identity, family, and the human condition. Gene's creative partnership with Richard Pryor resulted in some of the most iconic comedies of the 1970s and 1980s. Films like Silver Streak, Stir Crazy, and See No Evil. Hear No Evil showcased the duo's incredible chemistry and ability to craft humor that was both irreverent and intelligent. As we explore Gene Wilder's remarkable achievements, it becomes clear that his success was not solely due to his talent as a comedic actor. He was also a gifted writer, director, and producer, with a keen eye for storytelling and a deep understanding of the human condition. His ability to craft characters that were both flawed and relatable made him a beloved figure in American comedy. As Gene Wilder's career continued to thrive, he faced a number of personal challenges that would test his resolve and creativity. In 1989, his wife, Pryor, Gilda Radner, passed away due to complications from ovarian cancer. This devastating loss had a profound impact on Gene, who would later say that it took him years to come to terms with her passing. Despite this tragedy, Gene continued to work, using his craft as a way to process his emotions and find solace. In the 1990s, Gene began to focus more on writing and directing, helming films like See No Evil, Hear No Evil, and Another You. He also became increasingly involved in advocacy work, using his platform to raise awareness about cancer research and support organizations. In 1991, he founded the Gilda Radner Ovarian Cancer Detection Center at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, which would go on to become a leading institution in the fight against ovarian cancer. Throughout his later years, Gene Wilder continued to act, appearing in films like Alice in Wonderland and Blazing Saddles, The Crusades. He also wrote several books, including his memoir, Kiss Me Like a Stranger, My Search for Love and Art, which was published in 2005. In this book, Gene offered a candid and introspective look at his life, sharing stories about his childhood, his career, and his personal struggles. Gene Wilder's legacy on the world of comedy is immeasurable. He inspired generations of comedians and actors, from Jim Carrey to Will Ferrell, and his influence can be seen in countless films and television shows. His ability to balance humor with pathos, to craft characters that were both flawed and relatable, has made him a beloved figure in American comedy. In 2016, Gene Wilder passed away at the age of 83, leaving behind a legacy that will continue to inspire and delight audiences for generations to come. Richard Pryor's daughter, Rain Pryor, remembered Gene as a brilliant and kind man who was like a father to her. Mel Brooks, his longtime collaborator and friend, said that Gene was one of the greatest comedic minds he had ever known. As we reflect on Gene Wilder's life and career, it becomes clear that his impact extends far beyond the world of comedy. He was a true original, a man who brought joy and laughter to countless people around the world. His legacy serves as a reminder of the power of creativity, perseverance, and kindness, and his memory will continue to inspire us for years to come. And so, we bid farewell to Gene Wilder, a comedic genius, a gifted writer and director, and a true legend in the world of entertainment. His impact on our lives will never be forgotten, and his legacy will continue to bring joy and laughter to audiences around the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life and career of Gene Wilder. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.